So do you guys want to heal the fastest ways possible? I'm going to talk today about quote unquote who's to blame for everything going on with you, and how you can get yourself into the best state possible with health. Okay, I'm Dr. Kosciusko. Thanks so much for joining me on Wellness Wednesday. And really, today, I'm not going to go into as much clinical stuff. Today, I really want to empower you guys, because the fastest way to healing is through yourself, is through you. Okay, and I want you guys to let that sink in for a minute, because there's the medical system that we have, the traditional medical system, there's a lot of downfalls. There's chemicals in our foods. We live in a society where truly we are being bombarded by stressors and toxins and things like that. So I'm going to empower you guys to really take ownership today. Okay, the fastest way to healing is through you and your choices and your knowledge and your body. You're the healer. Okay, I'm a physician. You're going to see your own doctors, but truly the healing is going to be done through you. This is a lot of what I teach the patients who I work with functional medicine, is that self-empowerment piece. Like, I can't tell you how much time I wasted in my initial journey just being angry and even like blaming, like, why can't anybody figure this out? Or even blaming myself, what's wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out? You know, I'm a physician, why am I having all these symptoms? Until I decided internally, until the day I sat with myself and I looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I really don't like the life I'm living right now in my body. I don't feel well. I don't like who I've become because of it. And it's gonna stop, and it's stopping with me. I'm not going to accept this anymore. I'm not going to accept feeling this way anymore. I'm going to decide today that I'm not going to accept life feeling this way. That is when the changes happen. That is the fastest route to healing. Not waiting for somebody to give you a pill, not waiting for somebody to validate you and how you're feeling. It's being able to say, enough is enough. I'm tired of feeling this way, and I'm ready to commit and make those changes. Okay, so the fastest track to healing is through you. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, that's great, and I'm ready to make changes, but I don't know how to do it, right? So, and those things will come, and the knowledge will come, but really that self-empowerment piece is the first step to that mentality change, okay? So all of you who are listening, if you're listening to this right now, I know you are somebody who already values their healthcare. You're somebody who's looking for answers. You're somebody who's trying to better yourself. You're trying to gain knowledge. You're spending your time right now trying to gain knowledge on how to help yourself. So you are already doing half the work, okay? It's just deciding that it stops, and it stops with you, and that no matter what it takes, you're going to get better. And so I wanted to kind of bring you back to some of my journey where I discovered all of the issues that I was having, and how truly, like, I get where if you are at the bottom of the barrel and you're experiencing burnout, you're emotionally exhausted, you're physically exhausted. At the lowest point, I remember telling my husband, we actually went to, it was after Christmas, and I had just actually given birth to my youngest, and we were returning something at a store, and I just kind of like something just clicked, and I was like, I don't like who I've become. Like, I don't even recognize myself anymore. I used to be so fit and so positive. I'm addicted to sugar. I'm feeling depressed. Like, I'm feeling exhausted all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me. And it just kind of hit me over the next few weeks that I'm just done with this, and it's gonna stop. And at that point, I had been to 3 different medical doctors. I had been to my gynecologist as well. I had them check my thyroid. I had them check all these numbers. I had them check for Lyme disease. I had just so many symptoms weighing me down. So if you are somebody who feels and has felt in that position, I completely and utterly know how defeated that makes you feel, and where you feel like you have nowhere left to turn. But here's the thing, you turn inward. You turn to you, okay? And you keep going and you keep searching. And if there's a doctor out there that you feel is not helping you and is setting you up to accept what you're living with, keep searching, keep going, okay? And then if you find this is you and you need more help, these are the types of patients that I help to get their lives back, okay? Really what I want you to get from this message is that everything starts with you. And that's that may sound scary, and you may even feel angry at that, because you're like, well, why can't my doctors figure this out or anything? Understand that some of their training is limited. They're looking after symptoms. They're trying to overall rule out big diagnoses, but adrenal fatigue, especially, and autoimmune issues, those are not something that a general practitioner they're not going to go after that. And it's just because it's not in their traditional medical scheme of practice. It's not considered good medical practice in the medical world. Okay, so it's not necessarily like, don't be angry at if you're barking up a tree, don't be angry at the branch that you're on, just bark up a different tree, right? That's the whole point of it. And so that starts with you, and you not accepting, okay, I understand that you don't know what this is, or that I have maybe fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue or anything. Chronic fatigue is literally a group of symptoms. It's not even a diagnosis of anything of an actual pathological sort. It's literally a group of symptoms. It's almost a diagnostic group. It's diagnosis of exclusion. Same thing with fibromyalgia. What we know now is that if you are experiencing these types of things, it doesn't necessarily have to be disease. There can be dysfunction. Okay, so trust your body, trust it when you know something's not right and you're not feeling well, that it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Okay, so never stop searching for that reason. Never stop getting better yourself. Even if you don't know what's wrong, start just taking those small action steps, just taking imperfect action, take any action, try different things. And, I'm here to support you as much as I can, and, help you guys to learn from these videos how to take back your health. Okay, so again, I'm Dr. Misty Kosciuszko. Thank you so much for joining today. Just a quick short message to let you guys know that, hey, there are others out there that experience that extreme level of fatigue and not know what's been wrong. There are other mothers out there struggling with that. Adrenal fatigue is very, very real. It may not be an ICD-10 code, but it doesn't mean that your body isn't getting that group of symptoms, experiencing that. Very, very much linked to autoimmune issues. So if you are somebody who wants to take that extra step, I'm happy to help. You can send me a message and I'll see if I can point you in the right direction. But keep going, okay? I know you're tired. I know you might not feel well. I know you may feel like you're exhausted and you don't know how to make it through the day, but listen, keep going, because there are answers, and don't ever give up on yourself. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Keep going, be your own personal healer, and don't give up on yourself. All right, thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.